So here we go, starting off, of course, our CPS 19 quarter-final between E-Corp and Lioncast. It will be Milme versus Omnipots here in the 1v1. Of course, this will be a free run, so that means Omnipots will get a 1 point advantage for the 1v1 due to E-Corp having the better seed as they get second in the group, whereas Lioncast got third. So this round will go to E-Corp, just as to follow in with the rules, of course. So what are guys' predictions for this? I believe this should be comfortable for Omnipots. Let me see, do I have hotkeys for these guys? I do not, which is very much a pain. Omnipots looking good though in his first round, at least kind of another warm-up round, so to speak, but there we go. Appreciate it, Runaway, thank you. 58.6 to start us off with. So what's Milme's PB? Let's take a quick look. Do we see him here? Right, Milme a 58.625. So he's going to have to pull out some stops here to stop. Pull out some stops here to prevent Omnipots from running away from it here. Of course, a very, very well-renowned player. Long-time player as well at the top, being at many ESWCs and things like that. Certainly not no slouch. It's going to be a stern test for Milme here to avoid dropping a 1 point early to E-Corp, but it will only be worth 1 point, and there will be tennis mode active, so it's certainly not going to be impossible. Let's see what Milme can do in this round. He is currently 2/10 behind Omnipots. A gear down there, but did lose a bit of speed actually in Omnipots, going a bit wide there as Milme. So you can see he has not managed to keep it as tight as Omnipots, and you can see Omnipots is just slightly edging away to the point where he can now afford to safe. We would say he's half a second ahead of Milme at the moment on a very good time as Omnipots. We'll take a look, we'll continue here from Milme's perspective. He manages to catch up a bit going through that section, but he's just a bit too far out here at the moment. Needs to count on a big mistake from Omnipots for the round to go to him, and it doesn't look like it will do so. And a great time there by Omnipots, a 0.52, so nice time there. Didn't really give Milme much of a chance here, but we'll see if that continues going forward, if Milme will manage to find a bit of pace here. Maybe get a good risk in or something like that. Give himself a good chance. Of course, Milme's no slouch of a player himself. A recent addition to Lioncast along with Subtimal. Not managed to see much of their performances specifically here, but Milme certainly seems to be struggling against Omnipots at the moment. As to be expected, of course, but with Omnipots being such a good player, but Milme unfortunately touches there and loses a lot of time on Omnipots, so looks as if it will be another round to E-Corp here, taking a 3-0 advantage, but Omnipots touches, so this gives Milme a chance to get back into it. It's a long straight section here, so he's got the chance at the moment. And let's see where Omnipots is at the moment. We'll check this from his perspective. So he is 0.3 behind. He did get more speed going through here. He'll have to risk the end if this is going to go his way though. And it doesn't look like it's going to be doing so. He fully risks that there and he goes a bit too wide. And that means Milme will take the sub match. Not the best of times, but I'm sure Milme won't mind. And it brings it, instead of 3-0, it brings it to 2-1. So only 1 point in it already. Good job by Milme there, capitalising on the mistake from Omnipots. And let's see if we will continue at that vein. So we did actually have hotkeys there for a split second, but they're now gone. So Milme and Omnipots once again. This is round number 3 of the normal match. Will it be a 2 point lead for Omnipots, or will Milme be able to draw it level here? You'll need to be keeping himself with some sort of momentum in this match to have that much of a chance. Disrupt Omnipots' consistency. Try and match his pace and then just see where that takes him. Going a bit wide there for more speed as Milme. Long right hander here though, and he is falling a bit further behind Omnipots there. Ooh, Omnipots has a bit of trouble there though. I think he lost a gear or something like that. Now Milme's got more speed, but he tried to risk that corner there and it was not successful, so Omnipots will take the win. 59.1, but a bit of trouble here at least in the times for Omnipots. Not sure what's happening here, but At least he does manage to secure the point for his team, and it will take it up to 3-1 of a lead. So Omnipots, of course, in the lead, and let's see if he manages to extend it further, or if he's going to continue to make some small mistakes again. Ooh, Melmy though, having a bad start there, unfortunately crashing very early on. And we do see, oh, and this is a nightmare. Can I do that? Nope. So Melmy very far behind at the moment. So let's focus on Omnipots this time to see where he ends himself up in this round, see how he does this map. To see if he makes any mistakes or anything like that. Going really close to the inside there. Can I need to force a gear down going into that turn? It's a very tight one, of course, but see Omnipots, all he needs to do is safe here. Of course his teammates should have called to him that he's got a very large gap over his opponent. He can even afford to make a small mistake, but he'll be wanting to keep himself in as much of a kind of good frame of mind as possible with getting some good rounds in and things like that. Or of course, I'm sure a player of his experience will know how to handle these situations accordingly. So good end there by Omnipots, and a strong time there, a 58.61. So good job there. Melmy does eventually manage to finish, but does finish in second place. So potentially only 3 points left, or 3 rounds left in this sub-match. Again, it is to 7. So if Omnipots reaches that straight away, it will be the 1v1 will be closing off rather early here. But it's definitely not over. We'll keep our eyes here on Omnipots at the moment. You see here, always in the start, he seems to be just having the extra 10% over Melmy. You can see here though, Melmy managed to catch up through that section. Only 0.1 behind. Omnipots getting good speed going through here, but let's take a look back at Melmy. Melmy is only 0.1 behind at the moment, although Omnipots definitely extended that over that section. It's not over yet, but Melmy's going to need to pull out all the stops here. He's got more speed going through here than Omnipots, so this is his chance. Going a bit wide there though, and I thought he got a bit of a transition problem, but Omnipots crashes in the end. He goes a bit too close to the inside and gifts around to Melmy there. Melmy getting a 58.9. Good job there by Melmy, taking another point against Omnipots. So very good job there by Melmy, again capitalising on Omnipots' mistakes. As long as he keeps making mistakes, Melmy has a chance. So let's see. Again, Omnipots with a stronger start here. And I now do not have a hotkey for Melmy. Let's check him out here in his chase of Omnipots. We see here there was the kind of place he managed to catch up on, but it's not been the same here, and he does touch unfortunately. So again, a round in the hands of Omnipots, and Melmy does touch again. So looking to be a very clear round for the French player of E-Corp. All he needs to do is again safe and get himself through the last few turns. Does look like it'll be the round in his favour. Bit wide there on the entry, but 58.8, I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Getting a good round on the board. Of course, Melmy hasn't managed to match that pace yet, so trouble for him certainly. But as we've seen here, Omnipots a bit prone to mistakes here, but in order for Melmy to keep up with him, of course, he needs to not make the same mistakes. A battle of who makes the less mistakes here. We've not really seen a clean round from both players coming out at the same time, so we'll see if this will be the one to do so. See Melmy actually get a gear down there, so he's lost a bit of time already on Omnipots. You see Omnipots again with a strong lead going into this section. Melmy's needing to risk here, he's already half a second behind. 0.6 now. So Omnipots extending the lead the further we go into the track. It is live, look, yes, it is currently 5-2 to E-Corp at the moment. Hello, Softy. Mistake late on there coming out from Melmy. All but secures the round for Omnipots. And we will see him getting the first place as long as he gets this finish. No problem, which he lagged through it. But get a 58.7. Again, consistent times coming out from him here. When he doesn't crash, he's looking at mid to high 58s. Which Melmy just doesn't seem to be able to match at the moment. But we'll see going forward. He is on map point at the moment. Or sub-match point, rather. Hello to SJ, nice to see you again. Hope you're all doing well. This time, I was about to say Melmy managing to cut it a bit closer on the inside there. So, but two mistakes coming out here early on. So Melmy and Omnipots crashing early on. And now we have a round on our hands. So E-Corp player, of course, always having a stronger start here than Melmy. But this time Melmy has the advantage. So we'll see if he manages to convert this here into a round. But Omnipots has shown he can extend a lead going through the whole of this track, and you can see here he's catching, gets a bit more speed going down the hill here, and he's cutting it closer on the inside. Melmy, he had to release slightly there. Let's see from Melmy's perspective if he manages to do anything. Again, it is all or nothing here. He needs to win this round if he's going to stay in this map. Omnipot saves the final corner. It's 0.2 ahead. It looks like it's going to go his way. Unfortunately, Melmy doesn't manage to hold the lead. And GG's for the first sub-match. I say 3 Gs, don't even care. But 7 to a very commanding performance there by Omnipots despite the few mistakes he made. To answer that for you, McPly, yes. Venture is the same lineup as Mimo, yes. Now with Slink, as he's now transferred from Q to Venture. Hello Bastamon, nice to see you. Welcome along to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Have a massive headache, is that from a few too many nights out, SJ? Okay, so 2v2 will be going on to now, and that will be Zat and Ktel, if that's how you say it, by Axel Alex. So the 2v2 will be to 5 points. Again, E-Corp will enter it with a 1-0 lead, but it will have tennis mode active due to the new playoff rules, of course. Hello, old friend. How are you doing? Marmalade as well. We got a full queue lineup almost showing up here. Nice to see you guys as always. Went to an Irish pub yesterday. I hope you had a good time, SJ. So we'll check out the times for this after we've seen the first warm-up. We'll have Kronos take us through the map by Axel Alex. See, it's got a very tight start at the very least. Kind of slower start than the other track. Much more kind of technical. A lot of quick turns and things like that. Hello there, Astronomia. Good as often, that's fantastic. Tier Scaddy, as always, I'm doing well. A lot of streaming to do today, but I am happy to do so. So this did kind of introduce a few new concepts to this CPS map pack that we've not really seen before. Some slides that the players might not be used to, a lot of jumps into turns and things like that. So it's a very interesting map, I'd say. I don't know if I'd enjoy playing it so much, but there's quite a few corners where it might be prone to no drift here. Karaoke 1 free consumption per song. So did you manage to get a full album out then, SJ? Yes, but let's check out the deadies here. We see Macia 58.52, Omnipots 58.56, Kronos 58.58, Shelly 58.59, Beef 58.62. We have Troll 58.59.0, so it does look like it takes a bit of a kind of dive down here as we go a bit further down the deadies. So it looks as if our E-Corp lineup will at least be Omnipots, Kronos, Shelly, maybe Woot, and our Lioncast lineup will be Macy, Troll, Beef maybe. Although that was Troll getting his Deady 20 on that round, so I'd anticipate that he has at least done training of which is not showing on the Deadies, as Troll seems to be wanting to do that quite often. Yo Coco, how you doing, man? How does that Spheres thing cup go? Is it finished yet? A lot of songs were sung, nice one. A very interesting map here. The ending does look quite tight. Yeah, Troll Tame's offline. Fair enough then. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of pace he can hit then. 2 more warm-ups and then go. So yep, it looks as if the lineups are pretty much already filled out here, unless Serge is going to be challenging one of these players for a spot. We will see. Let's check out Serge himself at the moment. See what he manages to do in this map. And you can again see the difficulty of this track with a lot of players crashing early in the warm-up, so... Any predictions for this match, guys, this sub-match? Who do we think is going to take it? I'm going to quickly rejoin just so I can get more hotkeys. Give me a second, guys. Gonna have to say E-Corp. There we go. So hopefully it should have some hotkeys now. There we go. We are fine. Is Lottie Matt Point 1v1? Who's he against again? MD versus Mimo, I'm sure. Surprised, I've not really seen a lot as Lottie. I didn't really know what kind of level he was as a player, to be honest. Yuland, welcome back. Right, so we'll be... Oh, I keep forgetting this is 2v2 actually, so we're looking at Macy and Troll for the 2v2. Interesting. MD1 1v1. Oh, Bits versus Lottie. That would have been a good map to watch. So we've got Troll and Macy going up against who I'd anticipate at least to be maybe Omnipots, Kronos. A bit too early turn in there. Must be saving Nugget for a semi-final then, I guess. Of course, on the other side of the bracket we will be having, of course, Venture Esports against Mad Drivers, and the winner of that will go into the semi-final against Expert. Mad Drivers certainly, they've been a very welcome surprise for me this season. I did anticipate they would kind of fall flat on their face, to be honest. I'll hold my hands up to that. As I've seen all too many times from from Mad Drivers that they've kind of flopped late on in the season when a few other players have lost motivation. But it's really good to see them all training, them all getting good times in and having good performances, and they're a great addition to the top level of Trackmania. So hopefully it continues, but we'll keep our eyes here on this matchup. This will have the free run, so it will be the first round, of course, going to E-Corp. So Omnipots and Shelly will be our two players for E-Corp versus Macy and Troll. But Macy getting a bit of a warm up here. No reason for the Lioncast players to not train this round, so to speak. All they need to do is make sure they don't win it. So nothing wrong with getting another lap in. See how Shelly looks in this. Very strong round from Shelly so far. It's a very tight section there. I anticipate we're going to see quite a few crashes in this sub-match. Free run Coco, basically, because E-Corp have the advantage, they got second seed. Sorry, they get the best seed because they were second in their group. That means for each sub-match they start with a 1-0 lead. So just for easiness, the players have then made it... just so they do one more warm-up, essentially, except the E-Corp players win, basically. They've done the same in the 1v1, it will be same in each 3v3. So it's to give the second place players of each group an advantage over the players who finish third in the group. But here we go, this will be the first live round, so to speak. So again, Shelly, Omnipots versus Troll and Macy. Let's see here, of course, Lioncast will be looking to recover. They did lose 1 point in the 1v1, so Macy and Troll, it is up to them. Troll having a strong round so far, but Macy gets a no-slide, goes straight into the wall there. You can see he's quite far behind already, so it's now down to Troll, but Troll's used to these situations. So he performed very well in the last season of ESL, actually against E-Corp, was in the final. And you can see here Troll is in position at least to deny E-Corp the point. Again, if he gets first place, that means that E-Corp will not manage to get a point. It will simply be a draw. But it's all down to Troll here. He needs to hold it here. Shelley's getting close. And Troll does manage to secure it. A 58.9. And a great round by Troll to save Lioncast around and to keep it in a 1 point advantage to them. So let's see if Macy manages to get another good round in and keep pace with the players at the top. So what we see here early on, the E-Corp players this time being at a bit of a disadvantage. Let's check out Shelley. He did get a lot more speed there. And you can see here he's went from last to first, but it's a very close round here at the moment. All players very close at the moment. You can see your Troll going for some speed out of that. He just went a bit too wide there. He's now 0.1 behind, but that's certainly not a goal. A gap Troll cannot make up. See here, Macy's flying the flag here for Lioncast at the moment. He is in first place. However, the danger of E-Corp is always present, and we see here now Shelley is actually overtaking, as well as Omnipots here, so Macy's going to need to pull out all the stops in this round here. We're getting close to the end. Oh, big crash there by Shelley. Where did they go? He is out of the round, so Omnipots needs to hold it, and he does. So another draw round we are going into here. So there we go. Omnipots this time doing the honours, and it is now still 1-0 for E-Corp. So 2 draws. And we will see if it continues like this, or if we're going to see players managing to get some good clean rounds in. So we see here early on that was big mistakes there by Troll and Omnipots. So it's pretty much going to come down to a 1v1 between Shelley and Macy at the moment. Where is Macy? Oh, good speed coming through there from Macy. He does get a good line going through here. That gives him a bit of a problem going through that section, but you can see Macy is certainly adept to the task, and now it becomes a battle between these two players. Omnipots does have the advantage over Troll, at least at the moment, and now, oh, Macy did have a bit more speed going through here, but he has failed, so now Macy cannot actually finish this round, or actually he can, but they'll need to count on a big mistake coming out here from one of the E-Corp players in order for them to get close to taking this round. Looks as if it will be Shelley in first, Omnipots in second, and it will be 2-0 to E-Corp. So quite a lot of mistakes there. But there we go. So at the moment, Alexor, this sub-match is 2-0 to E-Corp. The sub-match points, as in the total match score, is currently only 1-0 as E-Corp won the 1v1. Okay, so we are on to our third round here. Oh, sorry, our fifth round actually, with the amount of draws we've had. Let's check out Macy here. He's had a poor start. You see here, Shelley's had a bit of trouble here, and it's kind of going to be a kind of split battle here at the moment. Macy going to be needing to catch up on Shelley, and Omnipots playing catch up on Troll. Let's check out Omnipots for that battle. Troll and Omnipots. Troll's getting a bit close to Omnipots here. He'll be wanting to keep as far a lead as he can, especially as now Macy's 0.2 behind Shelley. Oh, Omnipots risked it there, and he lost a bit of time as a result, so that might have put the round in Lioncast's hands. All he needs to do is save the end, and the round should then go to Lioncast now. And a good end by Troll and Macy to bring it to 2-1. So, good recovery there by Macy, capitalising on Omnipot's mistake. Who won 1v1? It was E-Corp Florent. It was Omnipots winning over Melmy 7-2. So here we go into round number 6 here. Already had a few draws, but we're finally getting the points underway. As Scaddy says there, let's focus on the match, guys. We might not agree with the rules, but it's probably not the best place to be doing it here. Anyway, back into round number 6 here, we see a very strong start here for Omnipots, and Troll and Macy are struggling to hang here at the moment. I think they had a bit of problems early on. So Omnipots up in lead. Let's check from Shelley's point of view. He does have a kind of, needs to sustain the barrage here of the red players coming at him, but seems as if they've actually made some mistakes here, so let's take a look. Macy has had a bit of a blunder here, and Troll is the only red player close enough. He was risking their Troll to catch up, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Good time there by Omnipots, 0.85, so good job there by him getting the team the win, of course, bringing it up to 3-1 in the sub-match points. And there we go, so let's see if Lioncast managed to bring it back here, or if it's going to be E-Corp running away in the points. So again here E-Corp with a slightly stronger start here at the moment, but good speed there by Macy. That allowed him there to catch up on Omnipots, and he has actually slightly, I think he's overtaken the lead now actually. You can see here both teams tend to take these turns slightly differently. E-Corp went to give themselves a better line for this turn, and that's the reason why quite a shallow line there. There's quite easy to no drift, and Troll does suffer that fate. So that is down to Macy here to save the match, or sorry, save the round for E-Corp. Does go a bit wider there for a bit more speed, but had to adjust it late on in the corner, which caused him a bit of trouble. And E-Corp are now pulling away. It's 0.2 of an advantage to the closest Lioncast player, but it's not over yet. In fact, it looks like as if it is at the moment. Shelley manages to take first, Omnipot second. Great times there coming out by the players, especially in the blue camp. So good job there by Shelley, especially 58.71. So that's bringing us up to 4-1. So there we go. Potentially the final round on the map of Axel Alex. Or will Lioncast manage to deny it any more? Macy certainly having a bit of trouble in this match so far, it must be said. But he's certainly a very strong player. Of course, he's not in Lioncast for nothing, so we'll see if he manages to recover. But he can at least rely upon Troll in this sub-match. They'll have to actually. And no drift coming out there from Macy. So now the match is in the hands of Troll at the moment. And where is Troll? First place here with Shelley breathing down his neck, the only 0.1 behind. Let's check out the E-Corp players pursuing him. We'll check it out from Shelley's perspective. He is just about a tenth and a half behind. Oh, Troll went very close to the pole there. He's lost a lot of speed as a result. Is Shelley going to manage to get him in the final turn? He does not. So, very good recovery there from Shelley. Very shaky at the end there by Troll, but he does delay it by one more point. So, E-Corp having to go a bit longer here. Lioncast looking to extend this match a bit longer. Good performance there by Troll though. Looks like Lioncast will need more of that. Macy is trailing on 12 points at the moment. Should be looking for a good performance coming out from Macy this round. E-Corp are making the early kind of blunders here. Good adjustments though by Omnipots to keep himself in the match. But Troll and Macy up in the lead here at the moment. Neither player gets a no drift there. We see Macy had to make a bit of a weird kind of adjustment there to prevent himself from crashing, but you can see he's lost a bit of time as a result. Troll is still in the lead, however. He's lost that now going over that section, so he needs to recover the win here. Got a bit more speed going down here though, but he's got two players to fight through. Omnipots a bit more speed here. There's nothing between these players. Troll goes for the speed in the inside line. It's all going to come down to the last corner. Can Troll hold it? No, he can't. Only just Shelley manages to take it for a great round there at the end. And Shelley takes it with a 8-0-8. So that's 200ths of a gap between the two players at the front. As you can see, Shelley really pulling it out for his team there in this sub-match and bringing it to 5-1 for E-Corps, and they are now 2-0 ahead, with E-Corp winning the 2v2 5-1 and the 1v1 7-2. So really good job there by the players. Unfortunate there for Macy, didn't manage to pull it out for his team there, but unlucky for him. Now we're going on to Mesmerizer for a 3v3. So Mesmerizer will be the map from, I believe, Old Friend. No, it's not actually, pardon me. Old Friend doesn't have a map here, that was last map pack. So this will be Mesmerizer by Sirs. So this map's a bit interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but at the end there's actually a full magnet part. A kind of turn you need to do through there. So I'll let Kronos take us through this map. Bit of a strange map, it must be said, for Sirs, but his map style, if I'm sure he won't mind me saying, is slightly strange at times. First map pack, yeah, my bad, Scaddy. I'm just used to associating weird maps with you. I'm not joking. Kronos might have crashed, but well, we'll check someone else. So we'll check Asper out for this one. Of course, a lot of the E-Corp players formerly of Against All Authority, which unfortunately no longer sponsor their group of players. Right, where's... we need a player we can spectate. Right, we'll do Zami. And now this is the section I was talking about. Megalon kind of magnet turn here. Match has not started yet, Khalees. No, this is a warm-up for the 3v3, the first 3v3. Yeah, well, Dream or Nightmare, I suppose. There's a very key difference between there, Scaddy. Welcome back, player. By the way, for playing McPlayer, I probably won't be able to play later on because I will probably be streaming until about 10 o'clock anyway. At least 10 o'clock your time anyway. So let's check out the deadies here and get an idea of how the players are looking here. Kronos world record at a .268. Sirs 0.348 on his own map, number 3. Here Zami, 0.394. Beef, 0.432. Ranked 0.461, so we might see ranked coming into the match. That'll certainly be something to see. Omnipots 488. Aswer 574. Shelly a 0.822, and that looks to be at Milmate for 1 second and 072. So this will be an interesting match, certainly. I mean, this is the one to either bring it equal to 2-2 or 4-0 and secure the win for E-Corp. So we'll be looking, at least, it will be a very strong lineup coming out for E-Corp at the very least. Ranked, known for his incredible consistency, especially in these kind of matches. Kronos as well, very well renowned player. Has long time been one of the best players ever to come out of France, of course. Asper, long time AAA player. Might not have been seen around as much recently and not trained as much recently, but he's certainly been playing a lot more, especially through TMO and things like that, and it's nice to see him playing. And on the red lineup at the moment we're looking at Zami, Beef, Sirs and Maxi. So of course, Lioncast being in an unfortunate position of having to fight back in each sub-match they go into, so I suppose it's a different mindset that the players come into with these, as it's not, you know, kind of having an early lead, you know, that they can build up on and things like that. So it's interesting to see how this, if at all, will be affecting the players. Looks as if they've had a bit of trouble, at least in this. Yo, long bottom. Wait, they get 1-0 to start each sub. Yes, pack. Each team who got second in the groups So in this case, I believe it was E-Corp and Mad Drivers. They go in with a 1-0 advantage in each sub-match, so the 1v1, 2v2, 3v3 and 4, and the other 3v3. I don't know if the same will happen in the semis. I just know it's happening in this one. I don't think it's happening in the semis though. You think you deserve 6-0 each sub-match? I think you might need 6-0 in each sub-match. I'm joking. How are you feeling for the show match pack? I'll be streaming that as well. Of course, Spam will be anyway, since it says since he's doing a POV. But feel good, good to hear, man. I hope you do well. Are you anticipating a win for Pack in the show match? Is that what we're looking at? Are you bold enough to throw it out there? Hey Uvo, go Dignitas, use Latex. So this will be the free round, so technically it is live, but the 1-0 will go to E-Corp just to get them ahead on this one. So let's check out the lineups anyway. So Beef, Sers, Zami and Aswer, Ranked and Kronos. Yo Rodur, nice to see you, man, hope you're doing well. Score please, it is 2-0 to E-Corp at the moment. 7-2 in the 1v1 and 5-1 in the 2v2. Yo Carl. You're always good for a win, nice. Google Yo-Yo Tech. How far back are we going to go for these team names? Yes, SJ. So to give you a kind of menu, so to speak, of what's going to be happening going forward, we'll be doing this match for now. We'll be doing the semi-final for M&M versus the winner of this match. We'll be doing that at 8 PM. And later on, at 9 PM, we will be doing the TMPL show match. And that will be Carl Jr., Paco, Massa and Spam. So we'll be doing that later, not to worry. So I'll have a short break between now and the next match, and then after that we'll just do the two matches seamlessly. So here we go. As Omnipot says, the show is beginning. This could potentially be the sub match to secure the semi-final spot for E-Corp, or will Lioncast manage to prolong it until the final 3v3? We see here it's looking to go in their favour for the first round. Early on, Beef and Ser's making early mistakes. However, Zami's still up here in the lead. There's a good turn there, does Zami. Doesn't get as much exit speed here, but you can see it's helping him going through these lines. Big crash by Asper going through there. Where is Asper? Can he even finish? I'm not sure. Has Asper had to retire? He has not yet, but Zami is still in the lead here. He'll need to hold this position for his team to win the round. If any of the other players overtake him, the round will go to E-Corp. So Zami is going to be the hero for Lioncast this round. Good end by Zami. Oh, a bit of a buck end there. And the round, will it go? Where's Beef? Did he finish? The round does go to Lioncast there. Good job there by Zami. So 1-1. So they're equaling up the round here. And it does go to Lioncast. So there we go. Yothuk. A DDP. I've not seen that tag in a while. Zami looks strong on this map, but I'd say consistency has been Zami's issue more than speed, so we'll see. Oh, early mistake there by Asper. I've not got a hotkey for him, I'm afraid. Let's check out Kronos up here. He's looking to keep the lead, but he has already got a challenge in the form of Ser's Beef. Beef dropping back down a bit here now. It's a two blue player lead up here at the top. Let's go a bit further back. See, oh, big crash there from Ranked. Ranked looks to be out of the round. Where is he? All the way far back all the way at the back here. So the Lioncast players can afford to save completely, and it will go to them. So again, mistakes coming out from E-Corp, and so giving Lioncast their first advantage. So You streaming Eminem too? Yeah, I'll stream the match back, yeah. I said to Speedy just in case he was wanting to stream it. He says I'm welcome to it. Yo, Mopple. Oh, that was an early mistake being made by someone. What happened there? Stop. Not sure what happened. Oh, he's pad DC'd, unfortunately, yeah. So, it's a good fair play, of course, by E-Corp. I believe the rules state they don't actually have to do that, but it's nice to see that teams, of course, still... so, good manners, so to speak. And E-Corp, of course, willing to give the time. Another free run, yeah, Kappa. When have we actually done this E-Corp skin though? It looks decent. Looks a bit weird, but it's decent. I'm not sure. I don't get where this mum thing's coming from, but I'm not sure. Is it something I said? Have I completely missed it? So what are we thinking, guys? How do we think this sub-match will end? I think Lioncast will manage to pull it out, or... Random is ranked, yes, and unknown also is of course Kronos. You can see here. Ranked. That's how I figured it out. Get a bit of beeping in. Talking about Rocket League during match, yeah, I know. So here we go. We will be going live, and Sammy's AFK. Small delays. E-Corp is still going for it though. They're like free run. Let's go. Rank don't care. Rank's gonna win. Right, here we go. Round number 9. Well, sorry, round number 4. Pardon me. Let's see how we're going to be looking for this. Ranked actually goes for a bit of wider line there. See here, it works out for him, but you can see that all the Lioncast players managed to catch up with him through there, but you see here E-Corp are holding a very strong advantage here. You see here 3 E-Corp players up in the lead, but we've seen mistakes late on. So it's definitely not out of Lioncast's reach here, but Zami's a bit far behind here at the moment. Beef's going to need to get a good position here, and Serza's going to need to overtake at least one for this to be possible to be an E-Corp round. Sorry, a Lioncast round, pardon me. Beef is at least looking at second place, but he's not going to he's not going to manage it, and E-Corp do manage to bring equal straight away. Good time there by Asper. 0.59 coming out by him. Nice meme player. So 2-2 at the moment. That was quite a commanding round for E-Corp, so Let's see if they manage to continue in that vein, or if Lioncast will manage to strike back immediately. We'll be focused. Let's focus on Zami if I can find him. Do not have a hotkey for Zami. Nice. Let's check him out here. He was the strongest player throughout the early rounds for Lioncast, so let's see if it continues like that. He is in the lead here at the moment, with Beef following very close behind there. I think that was a mistake there by Sers. It does look to be that case. And they're followed by 3 E-Corp players at the moment, but Zami's holding strong up in first place. Old Kronos trying to catch up on him, though he's drawing right level with Zami at the moment. Asper's not too far behind as well, and Beef's up here to give him support. It's going to need to be these 2 players up in these positions, though first and third they will need to get this round. Kronos looking to deny them that. Good speed coming through here, but it's not going to be theirs. First, fourth and fifth will secure the round for E-Corp, with the unfortunate mistake from Sers giving the round to Lioncast there. A good job there by Kronos to keep the first place with a .62, so just that a little bit, so good job by him. So here we go, E-Corp back in the lead in the sub-match at the moment, 3-2. Ranked having a bit of trouble there. Beef already falling down though. Beef is far behind here at the moment. He touched on the outside of there, lost a lot of speed. See Asper dropping down as well. Let's see from Kronos' perspective here as he begins his fight up to the first position. Kronos very far ahead here in the team points at the moment. And he is in second place here at the moment, but we've seen here he did manage to catch up on Zami throughout this section last round. So he's got a bit more inside here. Zami still has the lead here though, but he's needing support from his Lioncast teammates. But it doesn't look like he's going to get it. Let's look a bit further to the back of the pack. See Sers and Beef have already made big mistakes here, so the round is in the pocket of E-Corp. All they need to do is save. Kronos doesn't even need to overtake Zami here, and the round will go to E-Corp. Big crash there by Kronos, so will that change anything? Both players need to overtake him, and oh, that would have been close there. 0.1 ahead, or else that would have been a Lioncast round there, so a bit of a shaky end there from Kronos. But they do manage to secure it anyway. Kronos on 30 points, Zami 22, both leaders of the points for their respective teams, but we see Sers and Beef down at the bottom. So we'll be looking for an improvement coming out from them, but Beef is already down. He's very far behind, about a second and a half behind at the moment. And Zami fails going on the downhill there. So again, it's looking like there's only one Lioncast player up at the top at the moment. It's of course Sers. But again, he's going to need a lot of support for his teammates, for a few favours from E-Corp in order to take this round. He's got a good section going through here. Overtook Ranked there. A lot of speed there, but went too wide as a result. Ranked overtakes, and as well Kronos. Kronos has more speed going down that downhill, a bit of a smoother transition there, and it looks like it might even be an ace for E-Corp here. All we need to do is safe the end. Again, a secure round for them, and it brings them up to 5-2. Asper fails the end, but they get it no problem anyway. So there we go. Another solid round there for E-Corp, and a shaky end as well, but they do get the round no problem. And they are now on 5-2, so only 2 points to go if E-Corp want to secure the place in the semi-finals against M&M. So Molotovs and Marshmallows, of course. Love that name still. Anyway, let's see if Sers and Beef manage to do something about that, though they're really going to need to pick up their pace here. Zami as well is blue a bit cold going forward in this, but this time it's E-Corp to make some big mistakes going through the rest of this. Where's Beef? Beef is holding 4th place without much of a problem. He's 0.6 ahead of Asper at the moment, but Sers making the mistake. They're giving E-Corp a chance back into this. They need 1st and 3rd to secure the round here. Asper needs to go full risk here at the moment. Let's check Asper for the comeback, see if he manages to do it. Any mistakes here by E-Corp, or sorry, Lioncast in the round could swing the other way. But it looks as if Zami's going to hold 1st place, Beef in 3rd as well, which means the round no matter what will go to Lioncast, and it will. There we go. So decent In fact, really nice time there by Zamia, 59.5. Good job there by him, and that's a round to Lioncast, so that will put them on at 5-3. Good job for them again, capitalising on mistakes from E-Corp, but they made quite a few mistakes themselves, so they'll need to watch out for that. Let's check out Asper for this, the start of this round again. Oh, early mistake there by Kronos. He is out of the round already. So perhaps E-Corp under a bit of pressure here to close out the match. Having a bit of trouble here. And yes, tennis mode will be on Pindapixel. Kronos very far behind here at the moment. He is 1.5 seconds behind. So that means E-Corp need first and third to secure this round. And at the moment they're looking to have a bit of trouble with it. Zami and Sers are battling up at the front with Ranked and Aswer. So this round could really go either way here. But E-Corp are looking strong for the first and third at the moment. Ranked with a good section through there. Beef having a bit of trouble, so it's all going to be down to Zami and Sers at the moment. They both need to overtake Asper here at the moment. Asper going a bit wide, so that means Zami might get him. All going to come down to this end. Lioncast players need to risk it, but they're not going to get it. Strong end there by Asper. 59.6 and 0.7 by Ranked and Asper to secure the round for E-Corp. Very good job by the guys there. And there we go, despite Kronos' mistake, they do bring it up to 6-3, so they are now on semi-final, or well, quarter-final point. This round will bring them a stage further in the CPS, if they can manage it. Let's see here, of course, Kronos and Rank putting in good performances so far in this match. Zami's down, it's now down to Serzer Beef. The two lowest performing players at the moment in this sub-match. Let's see if they can turn it around here. Of course, great players in their own right. They're certainly capable. Let's see if it will pan out here. Ser's going a bit wide, getting a good bit of speed though. Will this be beneficial? Beef making the mistake. So now Ser's needs first place here, and Beef needs to stay ahead of Rank, but Beef doesn't get the smooth jump. And it looks like this will be all over after this round is done, of course. Asper and Kronos up in the lead here at the moment. Sers doesn't really look like he can do much here. He does overtake Asper at least, but he is surrounded by blue players, and it will go to E-Corp. They do secure the round, and that makes it 7-3. So that means, of course, E-Corp do win 4-0, and they will be proceeding to the semi-finals to go against M&M, Molotovs and Marshmallows, of course, who are awaiting in the semi-finals as they finished first place in Group B. So I believe we will still play the final 3v3, however, just to get a complete score. But there we go, 7-3 in the final sub-match, or at least the sub-match for this. We don't have to play it. I don't know, can we confirm that? Do we not have to play it, guys?